Tanaka kuahatai isukuanara enenere kiwara tasunno no koye kunno tuya. Okay, hello, another week of light languages and collective healing intentions. I'm Ismael Rodriguez, and we are here, brothers and sisters, spreading the light languages in the world. We are going to start with some blessings to clear and protect the space, and then we will continue with some collective intentions. We have already plenty to share with you. We've been having a chat before we started this recording, and then we have some intentions in mind, which are going to be very beneficial for the whole collective human race. Takua taisha wanata. So the first in the screen is Brother Wesley. If you would like to go ahead with a blessing transmission, please.
Kiawasana nanane akatua. Papabua akatua konua. Si akanani we akua katatadi akanua. Papau akia si uata. Mea kua kia kua tua. Papau ayasataua. Shuka, Shuka tutu iata tumba tanua. Mai akuata, iata, kuata, awa, saya, sia. Bapapaua, sia, kia, sa, ia. Kuasatai akatua kuata kia. Uasatai akana ua kia tamaka huaka kia kata masa ua ia kumba kia kua huasata. Wasata ia kanea wa mayata nuayata. Wasata tu yakata nuaka kuyata kona wata. Tiwata papa hua. Shuka huata ia wasata nata. Kianuata huata. Thanks very much. Kiwasaka umbaya.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Anaka.
Thank you. Cool.
Thank you. And now, Melissa, you like?
Thank you.
That was powerful, wasn't it? Thank you, brother Wesley. Wow.
Yanato tia kashana tato toya nata shukomaya nato shukoya kanata toya koya nata toya nataya koshukoi niti oro toya ranata shukomaya. Ya korono to shiki niti korono toya ranata shukoya moya nete shiki anata shukoya. Ya no to shukomaya. Ia koshi niti no to yakaya no to shakaya. Ona nata shokomaya nete shikia toto ya nata shakaya no to shaka. Ia komaya nete shikia. Komaya nata shakaya no to shaka. Ia komore nete shakaya no to shokoini titi karo no to yara nete to yara nata. Eo kosho komaya na teshika maya na toshoko. E amore shikayo no to ya me na data to ya na data yo kosho koyo no to shikaya. E a komore ne te shikia no to shokoma ya na ta shakaya no to ya na ta yo kosho koya. E a kosho no to shinia.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful as well. Thank you. Alana. Thank you, love.
Kura rasta rititira sacira. Kriera sacratitira sacratitira mitira. Kriera sacretira satatira catatira sacira taclira. Mio sro cratatatira calihira calira. Mira satatira satatira calira. Miala satatira catatira salira. Miora sacretira sacratira calira. Mia frasa terichle que tisrechle cleclach el hichlach. Murachlach hichlachita tisrach. Cleclach streta. Cliamara satira satetira sarhahi. Cliomura satetira setira. Miara sateti mura satetira. Cliamara cura tasira tetira. Miora si tarira hira satira hiarupura. Clira satura. Cleara sapurata tira tira. Plura saporura satira. Mi frasa tira, clura partitira tatitira. Plura satira satiri si flira clafliro flora. Clari satira catitira satira tatira. Fliro sochor claiara. Cleara siara seara le. Cleara vreti siare. Cleara heara seara re. Flora sadadira sarahira harida. Creara safrora shatitriara. Pliara satira creditira siciri. Fleara leara reara seara slea. Leara slorora dira sleara re. Leara sleara rea. Floraria de la se arera le. Learas liaras hiaro. Floara hiara learas le. Lara miara flo. Liarari. Liares, liara, leara, leara, re, bla, 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 bla. Liara, leare, are, aro, are, 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 briare, obrea. Learas, learea, fleras, lira, iara, lira. Fleras, merihari, aflarihari, o flo. Leare, 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 fleare, o flora, siarea. Flora, siara, schler, murras, rite. Fler, siklira, satira, safriata, sirita, prura. Klira, satatira, hayata. Friata, sashira, kalira, tet mioro, sufro.
Fleara, eara, 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 sea, ea, ea, oya, ea, 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 Freya satira, krita sakrita kritira sachira mura, prira sakritira sapetishra titia. Freara, eara, ia, freara, hiara, moare. Freya, heya, ya, freya, ya, heya, o. Freya, ya, heya, ya, freya, ya, heya, o. Freya, friaro, freya, ria, o. Freya, friaro, freya, friaro. Freara, siaro, freya, siaro, freya. Fleara, cliara, meo, fleara, cliara, fleara, cliara, mayo, fleara, cliara, floera, claira, clariara, creara, coraria, ia, floara, chiara, liara, leara, liara, flora, catasira, flola, cadasira. Flola cadasira, rakadasira, cachatiri, tasiri, terhira. Flea, fleara, reheho, rea kere hieho, freye hore hate siro, frura satira te tira, fleara sagratira setia, freo rosatia, flear catatira, catatira, catatiristatia. Hiara, siara, clear, smatia, clear, setiara, clea, clear, samushra, tatati, clear, Mother Mary, raclaclira, clear, Magdalene, rasatira, the Rosa, fraclira, satia, clear, claflira, satira, leo, leo, freata, satira, clear, catlila, creation, clear, sakatira, casira. Rasachir, clear, cleara sachira, meara sachichira, cleara sachira tati, cleara sacha tatira, cleara gratias, gratias amore, cleara more, clear at heart of rakita, clear secreta, cleara mi amore reclaclira. Thank you, kratasitra kati, clear more.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Lana. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. And yeah, Elle, how do you feel? Do you feel like doing one?
Yeah, I feel good. Thank you, everyone, for those blessings. That was awesome. Okay.
Wow.
Oshiature, sikarieto, katira katatsiature, si. Borea sakieka, gotatira katira moshieti. Dosara poshietaria toria pashieka. Doshiakieto no moshieka. Pokataria tira kotoria sakieta. Moshira tira doria shaki. Dosara bashaya tu. Dasana mosheki. Dosakatira kotoria sa. Ashi, botare bachira koto, daki katoko tokotashi hi, do katakati tokoto shahia tu mashiata. O rashakuta kitaku, dashikata kito rashiata. Dosarabashi, katashi koto 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 koto. Ara shakotori mashiata kietoko, akieta kata shakotori mashiata. Dasa kotoriata. Doshika pakatira kotoria pashiaka. Ush at ot at it. Ush at ot at it. Do katashi tu rabashi ataria shurashi. Dorasha. Dorashaki. Boreamashi katario toreashe. Dosanamashika. Gotaramashiki. Desanomoshi. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. Atuma shakwata kaisha kwanta tayana kwanti ni waka. Ono shuo ni shuaka uma. Inio makanai nekiwa. Hini waka wanae. Hanaru hurno shua. Anana naru waka watai. Sinio manai ni akuma. Nenio akana huan taiwa. Sawonetio manai. Nenikio manaka honarewa. Hienekio antai nekiwa. Nakurua nekiworua. Nana wataisa wakatawa. Nenio kuate. Seniona kara hurunu tushuana. Eneta kuon taisa kuon taisaka. Anakuro tasakute kiata. Aguaitikiorunaka. Asawataine shuamanak. Nenioraka rukutai. Sarunak. Shedniorukusha. Aner ineki sineturum. Harnakarum makaroshoar. Esiorotakar anaka hurnikishukuo. Hernana matusinikia. Hananarakata sutterekiarkuma. Esenerkana kunta. Sahwanakaranataisa. Enarata jushiarna makunt aor. Ostine taro takai kataruna. Sanakaturena kaota. Shonatia shuan takai. Senioro nakahor natao kwa hatare taishakor. Anenechi shuar. Shoneti yoshutio nakuor taka satai etia. Honeneteria nara kuota ita kuara. Takuara nakao suana. Shinioana chinioana katakuantai. Shinikuana katai shawata. Geneata, thank you. Tanakuanara tishakwana. Thank you. So basically what they were transmitting or telling me is that in this time that they're gonna be in ways delicate because of this cancer sign that we have there that is gonna make us feel more emotional about many things, and many things are gonna be coming to the surface much more noticeable than ever before. So that the Lyrans were trying to say there, during these times, we will be with you. During this time, we will be working by your side. Just think of us and we will be there if you let us or you give us that permission slip. So yeah, for those who are not familiar with the Lyran feline races, they usually bring a lot of courage and strength to humans, and that's why they also came in these times that humanity are going through another stage of sensitiveness that is gonna be even more, even more feeling. They say we are always there, no matter what, and you can call us anytime. But we knew that you were going to face this stage in your evolution, and these are time for us to be more present with all of you guys. So just you feel connection to the feline races, call on them, and you will be given, by calling on them, that permission slip that they need to interfere with you. It's not usually often we got from religion that you need to call, that you need to pray for them. What they have clarified recently is that it's all about that permission slip. It's all about that freedom that we have, so that the other beings cannot interfere unless we give them some permission. So when we pray, that's what we do. We also give that permission slip so that they can interact with us. So yeah, they are there and they will be here for the rest of the times with you. You can call on them anytime, and that's what they were saying. And so call on them if you feel like it. If you don't resonate with them, obviously, but don't do it. These are only perceptions from my angle of perception, the way I perceive reality, and you can take it or leave it. It's up to everyone. Khadija had the issue with the internet. She might be back in a minute. So yeah, let's start with the intentions. The first intention, we can put it on supporting everyone going through any difficulties or going through any issues, whether they are physical or whether they are emotional, or any type of issue that we are going through this during this stage of cancer, and support everyone in the collective, really including ourselves. So if you don't mind to join me for this intention, and support the collective, and including us, like I say. This is something that they keep repeating me, is whenever you heal someone, remember to include yourself in every healing, because you are part of it. And if you do it more in a conscious way, or in an awareness level, you create more healing power in everyone, and including yourself. If you exclude yourself, you are creating separation. And you are the whole mess anyway. So let's do this intention if you fancy, if you want. Let's do this transmission. Whenever you like, activate your microphones, please. Huri Saturnanta Iurmak Auturma An Seneru Corno Orne Sirni Yarki Orna Enere Mekiorni Isi Enere Kioaka Senere Kior Mana Senionu Kua Mana Tieni Kawana Mana Nene aki oso ta esa kua ta kikawa. Sene oso akata i makaya tayana. So watai tata kua tai tatai. Nene tawa tua.
Wasata nana ye wata kanu wakati ye masata ne mayaka watata mayakata maya o wasata leaka meawasa kuyata kiowata watia masa chika siuyata kiuyata wasata kineata wata kiueawa wasa kuyata meaka kuwata kuyata sikia mata meawa kiwea wasata wasayaka nosata iakana uata kueata iawa uyatata kuakana iakuwa sayakana kueakata ia
Tawani tanu wanakawa mamayua Uwa shawana katsuana Sini wakata Sini wakana hantuana Sawanti sawene kawata iene taswa Nene suan takuos tasien tawapa Shini kuasane nusuana Nene kia huana suan taiua Sene oana kahuana huan taishawana Ne shawanta ne suan taie Nene shawataine nakuan taine Noa masawate sawate Sheki ni shawane sawan Nene kion tanaka o tai te wamai shukuata Chawa taina kawana taina Taina ma
wasata mie kiowea tanua kana upasawie we akau watatateie masau akani iowea suata hueata hueata kieoeata ioeata osaweata kuyata kiueaso meata
Papa isu papa para kutu tu norokaya Hawa Tena watana kumata tata susua Tena ekiuam Amatawa Tashawana Atakuana ta Chukana kuata Chakuana ta Ema Amate shaku Esawaka
tuka iakata huata masaweia
Tahomata sumata
miakata kuakata nauata meata iowasawaka nieakau nakueaka
Wana kasawa tataya. Shona siar nawam anakuna nama Nurumasasha nakawata Tene chasakuna anakuata aswak Akuat iwa is awataita Udait ak okat ishu
Clear
akat aitik aqua.
kahita hatira. Clear amore da sirita kahita. Clear suprora katasira kalira kasreda kahita. Cleara niesta krita starita karira. Chiara hihira satira katlire kasriti. Cliadi mostro cucite catititi. Cliadi scritti cicitere clahira cliri satiri curura. Clira satihira kahira. Mihara satiro more.
Nasa washina makaro sinsiniri ni kishunuru. Amadase ne kiokakutani ki amataso ata. Sawata inaka. Otara. Isawata. Amasawa tanekyu mana tiana mana.
Ya kore Natasha konoto Maya Natoshiki Nitishaka Natasha Kora Natasha Koye Mia Ea Notosho Kore Nitishiki Natasha Kumare Nitishiki Nitichi Tutotoere Natasha Kaya Notosha Maya Natishi Titi Arototo Yakaya Ea More Nitishiki Natasha Ko Ea Natasha Kumare Nitishika Natasha Kumare Nitishi Natasha Kore Nitishi Mikia Kosho Kuma Ea Shamare Nitea Kosho Noto Yemea Natasha Kaya Noto Shokomia Nitishi Kinititoya Ea Noto Shokomaya Natasha Kaya Noto Shomaya Natasha Kaya Natasha Ea Komara Natasha Koya Ea Mosho Noto Toya Nitishi Kinitaya Notoya Kaya Shokoma Ea notoyo kia Natasha kaya notosho maya natako naya ea mana nata notosho kumia ea notosho koyini titi ka notoya renetesha kata kare totore kiki ara tata titi ayuko Ea no to ya re Ea korea maya natasha koya Ea shumo kia natasha ko a iki ayo no tosho komaya natasha kaya no tosho no totoya kaya natasha ka Ea ko maya natasha ko maya natasha koya natasha kia
Nashiyama
Natasha
tasuma
koya
desuma
moya
tishime
nataya
shuma
kora natasha
taranana natusha mama chushini kyuma
Ea makaya natasha koya
sawata
natasha
umakati ni kyushum sini makatane tiumane sini kia nakakurene
Ea ko maya nataya kosha notoya Ea ko maya natasha kaya maya natasha kaya natasha koya Ea moya natasha
Awadi
koya natasha
anaunako nishun tayanako
Onotoya
natai.
maya natasha koya natasha nataya natasha natasha koya maya natasha kaya tataya totoya re natasha kaya totoya Ea maya natasha koya natasha kaya shonotasha natasha natiti mokoya Oreya
Sasuta taraku patas.
Toya natasha komaya natasha koya natasha koya natasha kaya natasha maya natasha Ea kosha natasha
Kura sachititi tilita, klira sachitira mora sachira, klirata satira kratista rakatitira, prira satira parakatira matista, klira satliti kratista kratista,
Anaya
klira katasikla kratistra.
Notoya kaya
Clear morasi depresso, depression darkatisicla tatia, clear extaprura catatira, clear mori catitira casitre, clear catisicre tesaro, staro sasiro mutura, clear sacira catira, clear more, sia gratissimo crutus gratis clariema, thank you crasicila caima, clear casi gratia sasimo pruratia.
Ua tata ta nana ni ye wei aku ata kuia sa ta nua pa mami ye kuni aku tu kui aka saya mai akaneia wa sa ta tu
Tasumaka
aka
sawa.
kui aka nu aka nea
Watawata.
no wa sa ta saya wei ata kayo wei wa
Joina
sawaya tua
watayanana.
wei tata tua
Suana.
kuti de kuia tata kuia sa ta ua tata kita tita
Susua tatuta
Kota tata
atasun tukua.
kananene
Shakawa.
nuni yo waseyata
Sawa.
Siwaya. Kuya tuya tata. Tata Tiyata tunima.
Dasawamba tatayumu taisha tututui nikiyuma tupapatai titiara tawatai suara tatainyata mababai sukua kai simtia kakutai tititiara nini okuma taiyu kum taiyu sonayu nayu
Liara Kalistrita Tresistra Kalira Mora Mary Magdalene La Kalitrita Clia La Kalita Ratita Lioro Moris La Kakitrita Clia Ta Kalitris La Katitita Flora Morra Tesirita Kalita Cera Marquisifra Kalifra Motra Grupta Kalifra Hitra Hitata Cleara Satira Compassion Krata Katira Cleara Kale Moris La Kratira Luvare La Satira Cleara Katira Cleara Katira Sititra Katita Cleara More Cleara Sar Espresso Cleata Katita Cleata Katita Cleara Flita Flite Free La Katita Katita Flura Katita Cleara
Ikakwa
Katita
sikiakwa
Cleara Flor Flor
kikia
Katita
pakatakwata
Flore Mitla
tita
Kiskatita
pakakwata papakayata
Cleara Mor
Tata kutata
Cleara
masawata kiwayata kuasata na yowata kuyata kuatata na waya satua ayama nyawa sawata mba iya kuyata kuna iya iwe iwata iwe suyata Irewa wasata
Leara Flimor, Flora Fratiti, Clear, Clicia Fritchka, Niolo Frati, Clear Fleta Cletito, Ria Fratita,
Wayata. Kuya wasa.
Natashakoye monotoya daya kashakaya no toshoko maya natashakaya no toshoko maya natashakaya. Iakumare ni tishikoye no toshokoye natashakaya natashikia. Iamare natashakaya moye natashakumore natashikia natashakoya ma. Iamare natashikia natoshokoye mia kaya natashakomia natashakaya. E amare ne te shekea no tosho koma ya na te shekea na tasho koma ya. E amare ne te sheko na dataya shoko ya na te shiki miniti ya tayo koya. E anatayo kore me ne te tayo ko shoko ya na ta shekaya koya ne te shiki mi anata. E anata shoko ya ne ta shekaya moto toya ne te shiki ya na ta shekamaya na. E Natasha koya no tosho koya Natasha kaya no tosho kimia E Natasha Koya, Maya Natasha Kaya no Tosho Koya. E Natasha Komaya Natasha Kini Titi Aro no Tosho Komi, Natasha Kaya Natoshoya. E Natasha Kamaya Natasha Kaya Kosho Koya Kaya Natishikia. Foreign Maya no Tosho Maya Natasha Kaya no Tosho Koya Shikaya. Foreign Shika.
Arara tu papa ishu tuturuma kata tuturupa. Sisi turupa ishu tuturuma. Isintintini ini iri kiwarak aishu tuturuma isitetenerekia. Satanaraka wakata turkwa kata setiki kiorokwa. Tushu papa parekio papa parakeya. Tatatatara nakata tsushu tuturu no tuturu mia katatatara. Tu papa para que te ushu tuturaka.
Ui, critiquiar, critiquir, triste, titicra, puta, te sirrechita, calieta pura, te sitira. Little star, la kira mia staci, mio ruku fratis rita. Cliara mira simore la cliti. Clira catiti ti serita terata. Fleada mori safraiti tiata. Freata sakichi kiata si pura da kiara tia. Fliara che more, caracasita caita carira ria pura da sira liare mo. Cliarta sieta shiera biera calafarire safiera amore a cara e all'aria kirra che se pio rumore clira camare flera che friri flera che se ciufre peti crachita Frita, kita, oia, shata, kiaraya, hiata fore, racatiri, siata, ha, ufrahita, hoia, rasatici, crehita, ha, fleata, sitra, che bratissimo, gratitita, criata, sici, mocrofata, cliata. Ia pinessa tia ritia, hachira pura, sachira, calira, more, flera, sachira, mia tasira, flera, catica, hita, kahira, rota, sachita.
Ya ta 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 tu 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 ta ta tu 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 ta 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 ka ta ti 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 tu tu ta 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 tu 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 wai ka ti 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 nu 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 wai ta masa tu wa ki yo wai ta wai ta hu wa sa ta ni ya ko ta ki yo wa si yo wa ki yo wa ba hu wasai yakdumba miyakatu maya kiyataya ho wasataya kuataya ka wataya hasata wasata ni waya tua kania baya masawa uyata na kuyata hiwaya sai nieki hueka tsukai akao watai
Utakai tuaka. Tine kiwata nasya kwata niyana. Itaka, inaka, umana, iyana.
Takaita, kalakaita, shirakatiro mora. Rakatesiro, riro mora. Rakatesi, fria, flaya, rakatiri, ramore. Clio, sacire. Fliara, flemore. Fliote, krakatsi, krakatsi, krakita.
Natasha Kaya Natoya Maya Natasha Koya Koya Natosha Natasha Kaya Natosha Mia Ea Natosha Natoya Titi Karo Natoya Shokoya Natasha Kaya Natosha Mia Mia E anotoya koyana tashokomoya natoshokoya natoshokoya natashakaya natashakia. Anotoya morena tashakaya natotoya natashakia. Komoya natashakia. Mokoya. E amokoya ashokoya natashakaya natotoya natashakoya miya natashaka. E amare natoshokoya miya ashokoya natoshokoya miya natashaka.
Tauhase.
Oshimea.
Siana.
Yakona no taya no
Kawata.
tosho koye ne te no tosho koye ne tishimia. Yankomare ne tasho koye no tasha kaya no tasho komea.
Tausumas iara. Awas aukuas. Intakawa te sitiana. Makas untaka ostataka.
Tasho komea na tasho komaya.
Karnata suaka taini
Yana
kata.
tasho komea.
Umataisa nakuatiana.
Shokoye shakaya moshana tasho komea na
Akuana.
Ashokomaya shakaya no tosho komea na tasha kaya mashakaya koshokoya. Yana
Wasata.
yana tashoko shaka no shakaya no teshikia. Yamoya shakaya no toshoko ma shakaya no toshokoya. Yamo shakaya no tashaka no shoko.
Sata tuya kata tata nana ye waya sa su sa ya kuya ta kini ya kuya kuwa sata masakuni ya kuya ta wata te yi ya tu ya ta ku kini ye masa sa ya
Shakaya no toshoko
Ku
mi.
Hua sakiawa teiowa kane oya tuya kawa hoya satua eoya tuya ta hoya
Yahuatata
ta
iwata yata.
mata yata
Yahuataka
kaniewa
wataka yata.
hua sawaya ta hiwa ta kuhia wi si mai kua su ya tuya ta mbata huata hiwa su
Hotaiuna kuo soku tuine kiu mata uma sawati yapa katachu pataiu mata hortu ine kiu wapa.
tuya
Shuamatsa.
tuya ku sui tuya tu
Takarayoto yasaya kutuku takarayata yasaya tu takarayati.
ati patunai wasati
Kawati sawakawata.
kunati weta maya wasati kota
Takasukawata shukushishiwakati mama chua kawa natawani kiwa tatayo mama batio papa para kiwa
kunatiyata vaya tuya tatuduya kata
arawata tawata tio mata chushutinira kia mama para kiti shukututuru wata ini titio mama
yuna tata iya kuwa sata mbayata
Sua, tu sua, taita waka. Sua na yusua. Tuhuana tu sua katai. Tawana tai satawana.
Sata taua kana ia kana uia taua sata. Saoia ta kini atua.
La casita, pilari la cacrito comore, cliamire ta clita hasfrita te tira, flira crashrita frafrati, fliara mora frita sricati, clia crate srite te trite, fliara che slate slect shikra te clita hasmu, murka te tikra tata. Clear rakatira
Menikaka kwatatika waka anatawantai tanawaka naisuana hataitana tainama ianawa ianaua
Liarcatasire, ramara cafisire,
ianakuana
liata
iana
fratite, fracatira catasire,
Masata na nuya kata kuya kata na naniye wa sua katua ya kuwa masaya maya kia ia na saya maya waya sa
kuana ina kuana
yo
ina
asata wata
kuana ina
niya ka Dia kata wakati Awai, si, kun, aya, awa, sawa, nia, kia, hua, si, ne, kinia, huasa, noa, nia, hua. Saya tuya, kuya, mewa, sata wakia ya. Asata, kawata,
Tiara tiara clear mor flora siara cera. Leira clarire stratira freara fromora sita frota. Liamo frota srakite. Clicra secita.
Kuwasata woyata.
Prera faprita da sira cacira. Presa, espressa, crita cafita.
Weta ia sana ia kuata uwe akani kutu akana ia kuasa si akana ia weta wata kuasa ia ku akana ia kuasa mai akasi basa tua kuni kuwe aso mai kueta Kuya sa iya kuya. Nana iya kuya. Wasayata. Wata wata. Numa iya kuata. Iya kuwa. Sokwa. Wakata iya wata iya kuya. Takana wasaka. Iya kuwa. Sokwa. Kuya ta iya. Umaya wa. Suwayata waka. Iya kuata na yaba. Yatua. Masiwe yata wata. Masuki na wata. Atuea. Huata. Huka. Shuka. Sikiwayata. Masiya ya wata tuyataka. Wata. Datuwayaka. Kiwakiyaka wata hamba. Bata.
So, which beings do you think you've been channeling? If you ask yourself what comes through, the first thing that comes through always is Alana.
I felt so much support from everyone. I felt like we had set the intention on support, and I felt like I was releasing sorrow and things like from a past life and also things from this life, just a lot of things that were dormant coming to the surface. And I felt that, and I felt the support of everyone in the group helping me to get through that. That's what I felt.
Yeah. We do feel that, love. we do. It's something so beautiful. That we are capable to feel every week more and more than we are in anything we decide to do. We get the support of everyone. It's like if my heart start focusing on healing a certain part of earth, I can feel how your souls come and support me in there, and that's something that we are doing multidimensionally in so many ways, because at the same time that I might be focused on healing a part of the planet Earth, you might be focused in another part of the planet Earth or in something else, and our souls is like a split, separate, and also goes there and support you on that as well. So simultaneously, we are doing so much work in so many ways and in so many dimensions, and that's something that is happening, and I can feel it so powerfully more and more every week that we gather and we meet. Yeah. But yeah, I felt that you were mentioning Maria Magdalene. You mentioned other Mother Mary as well, maybe. Yeah, you were using a lot of Latin words, and yeah, that it can be. They are still used in Italian. There were many. Melissa and you were both using Latin words, a lot of Latin words, which is something from Italy. Watch this. They will be really like, what are these guys doing, really? Why they are using sometimes our language, no? It's like, yeah, it's really interesting, really nice and interesting. And yeah, if you are watching this, open your heart. I know that your mind is gonna call the attention to this distinction in terms of languages, and it's gonna say, "Oh, that's my language," and that is part of the beauty. But don't let that distract you. Let all the love and energy sink in your hearts. Open your hearts and receive the transmission, because this is all about. And if you feel like yawning or sleepy, that's normal also. When you are yawning, you are going to more relaxing levels of yourselves. You are relaxing your body, you're relaxing your system, and that's why we yawn. That's why it's not because someone here feels that this is boring or something like that. You will see Brother Wesley, he does it sometimes. I do it also. Many of us, we do it, and we won't stop ourselves doing it, because we know and understand that it's part of the process of relaxation and going into deeper levels of love and other vibrations. So I felt the presence of Mother Mary, of course, Maria Magdalene, the Lions, the ancestors. They were there, like some others that I don't even know them. They came new for the first time. I don't know what was their name or anything. They showed to me in light rings, like they were rings flying, like the orbs, but without the whole space in the inside of light. They were more like rings, and they were alive, and they were like, well, okay, welcome. And massive healing, with the intention that we were putting in the level of the heart, in the level of the throat, in the third eye, lifetimes. We went through so much healing in so many ways. What did you feel, Melissa?
I'm not quite sure what I felt. I felt a lot of healing, definitely. There was a lot coming through and processing, I think. And then I did feel like towards the end, like the ancestors were just like holding us in like some kind of circle at the end. I did see very briefly those circles in
these rings.
Yeah, like those rings. And then I felt Mother Mary. I also felt like Alana was like channeling like fairy energy at one point, and that was like uplifting and playful. I felt like that was like, it kind of broke the seriousness for a little while. And there's just feel so much joy. But I feel like I'm not entirely sure on the beings that I channel, but like I think Mantis is one of them. Like I don't know if like and Mother Mary, definitely. And I did feel at one point I got really, really cold, so I don't know if that's like galactic or what. But
when I feel the call, usually in my experience, is when an entity comes through my system and my body. Okay. It's like every time that they come across my physical body, I get these chills, this cold feeling. And for me, it's like a way that they have to tell me that I am here, we are here. And that's the way I interpret it. But again, there are million and infinite ways of interpretations. There are million ways of understanding reality. Everybody perceives reality from a different angle. And I don't feel that truly anybody's wrong. Everybody is having an experience from a different angle. And that's why we need to start transcending what is right and what is wrong in a way. If from the angle that you look at things, that is telling you something that is helping you or to transcend or to evolve, wonderful. But that same thing might not make any difference to Wesley or to you or to Alana or to Elle, because maybe you already transcended that a long time ago, or maybe it's not just in your perspective from the angle that you are observing your experience, no? The way I sense things is that each of us, we are experiencing things from different angles, and when we like, we can come together. We can come to become the oneness. That's why I feel that in whatever we do, we are assisting each other. We can be here maybe doing the 20,000 tasks at the same time, and we are assisting each other in these 20,000 tasks. How that in a human level is not even something that you can comprehend, but in a quantum level you can do it. You can do it, and we feel it, and that's why laughter start and joy start happening, and why so much love that breaks the boundaries of the human mind start blossoming. That's why every day I feel more free to express love for everyone or for anyone, because I'm experiencing more and more in the quantum level that wholeness, that beauty of unity, that beauty of and I can see so often so many people talking about this theoretically or as theory, but from theory to feeling it, there is a huge difference. And when you start feeling it, that start transforming your system in so many ways, that in ways that you cannot also imagine. I mean, I'm living every day things that I cannot imagine, and I am the first one being surprised about my own experiences. I'm really like a spectator of my own experience, no? It's like I'm watching what's going on to this avatar, no? And it's really amazing. It's really breathtaking. And when we meet, I feel that unity that is happening in one way or in another to you as well. But I'm aware at the same time that you are experiencing things from different angles. That's why we humans usually we forget that each of us, we have a different angle of seeing things and different angles of perspective. And that's why we should ultimately, in all ways, respect each other. Because even if you are like bonded or to someone very, very closely, very, very powerfully, and your heart might tell you, this person is feeling exactly what I'm feeling. And in many ways, that person might be joining you in many love levels or loving levels of spirituality. But we often forget that they are also experiencing life from their own angle. And that is why we need to respect them no matter what. And sometimes that angle might sound or look to your angle like contradictory, but it's nothing contradictory in essence, because each of you are a pure divine blessing, having these experiences simultaneously from different angles. And that's part of nature. There's nothing wrong about that. Often we think, yeah, but he doesn't love me as I love him. Well, that's the way that he loves. So respect that. And we don't accept these kind of things. We have created certain things like rules also, but they are like intrinsic rules that if you feel something in one way, the other person should feel the things in the same way. Or the heart tells you that that person might be feeling exactly what you are feeling. Well, that doesn't, it's not the case. Everybody is experiencing a unique, different angle that we can share, that we can get together and have hand on hand with each other and feel what the other person is feeling. True, it's true. But that doesn't mean that the other person must be 24/7 feeling what you are feeling. And often relationships have friction with these sort of things. Any type of relationship, whether it's father to son, father to daughter, daughter to mother, mother to daughter, friends, lovers, any type of human relationship is still being confused and not being fully respected in terms of we look at things from different angles, and that is part of the creation. That is naturally being created that way, so that we as a whole, we can keep expanding ourselves with different experiences. So yeah, we might go to the same place, same island in the world. We go there, we say, wow, we get enchanted. And we might say, can you see what I see? And the other person say, yeah, I do see what you see. And there is partly truth on that. There is truth because you can join that energy. But often we continue with our perspective and angle and our own personal geometry that we are working with and that we are. And that's how we keep expanding, and that's what I'm feeling to say.
I just got that when you were speaking. It's like viewing a piece of art, basically. When you're in an art gallery, everybody's got their own perspective on it. Like everybody has their own feelings towards it and how that makes them feel, and everybody kind of perceives it differently. There's not like an opinion that's the same on so many levels. So that just kind of came to me because it's just, that's like you looking at life, basically.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Exactly. And often when we are looking to the same piece of art, often we have the same feelings about that piece of art as well. So the same happens with life. Often we have the same feeling, but often also we get to the whole many ways of interpreting that reality. And there is nothing wrong with that. We've been condemning and punishing people for having different opinions and different perceptions, and that is like, what? I mean, now, especially now for me that I have this awareness of being, is a what? Obviously, when I was under the programming, I thought that was normal. Did I make mistakes in the past, wanting the people who were with me to feel what I was feeling? Oh, so often, and I fell in the trap so many times because I was like saying to myself, if I feel it, they feel it. So why they cannot feel it? And I was getting frustrated with them, and I was getting upset, and I was getting and why my parents are not in the same vibration that I am. Why they should be? No, they shouldn't. They are where they are meant to be. Oh my God, disconnect. So I am surprised, as I am telling you, Meli. It's impressive, and I had the same issues with my parents. I'm still having them with my brothers, and my sisters. I mean, they just don't share the same frequency, but there is nothing wrong with that. This is what is coming now. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. Let them be the way they are. Let them grow in their own pace, like as we like that everybody respect also our process, because we wouldn't like anyone coming here, knocking in the door and stopping us from doing what we are doing either. So So it's the same example. It's very simple, but humans, we fall into this trap so often, and it's so simple. It's as simple as what we just said as analogies, as looking at, as you say, as a painting, and finding the painting in many aspects the same, and in many other aspects very different. Like there are people who look at Picasso painting and they only see scrubbing stuff, like just like a 1 years old painting. There are other people that look at a Picasso and they say, wow, my God, this really deserves to, this is really worth 2,000 millions. To me, still, I'm trying to find why a Picasso is so expensive. I still don't find the reason, but well, that's the way it is. And so many people see this reality from that angle. I'm not able to see it just yet. So I have to accept that, and that's it. Maybe in 20 years, I start seeing a Picasso with different eyes, and I can see something magic within. Actually, I like much more Salvador Dali, the paintings from Salvador Dali. I love them much more. But yeah, this is the reality. What do you think about this, Wesley?
About the transmission or the perception?
Whatever you want to say, because I feel like asking you like a whole, because on one hand you work with geometry a lot, and geometry creates always different perspective and different angles, and also obviously because you've been with us in this transmission, and if you want to say something about the transmission, lovely.
Well, from my experience, I suppose that and it's something that I suppose that I'm kind of learning. Like it's like there's many things operating at the same time. So sometimes I fall into like cycles of, right, this is supposed to do like that, but then it's I might have another side which have another set of awarenesses. But I suppose for me, which I'm still learning, is like collaborating in and just seeing the same things at the same time. And I think that's alignment, really. And I suppose as well, which I'm still learning as well, is just connecting back into the heart. Because I feel that's kind of a from my experience, it's a kind of a deeper understanding. It's not saying like it knows this or knows that, but it starts to become more compassionate, I suppose. And I'm working on it, to be honest.
I think we are always working on.
Yeah.
I think my feeling is that it's like a never-ending quest. Let's say it's like it becomes better. We learn and we amplify our abilities, but it's like becoming always wider, let's say, in a way. I cannot really define, because it's not something that you can measure, really. It's something unaccountable, but in a way it's expansion. It allows you to see things from more expansion, let's say.
Yeah, exactly, because like at another level as well is you become more aware, and then at another level again, it's to see, like when we start becoming consciously aware of all these archetypes that are playing out, and how much one, like for myself, one could affect the other, just little things of a lack of awareness, that it can create a ripple effect. But then that awareness is still there. So you start become more conscious, right? This is the way I operated before. This is the way these circumstances can happen. Then there are some circumstances that can happen. But you grow and you do expand, and it's I'm kind of going on with what you're saying earlier on. Yeah, you grow and you expand. That's consciousness. You start becoming more consciously aware of how connected you are to everything, and how much little things you can affect everything. And there was even come towards me or today or just there actually earlier on. It's like, yeah, like when you kind of gain the when you kind of become conscious aware of these little things like that come up in life, whether it's some, oh yeah, they're not doing this, or even myself, they're not doing that. That, yeah, when you kind of bring yourself into, I suppose, that level of awareness, really, of actually just even working through whatever you work through. Yeah, you pierce through the veil, and you see past this, the illusion, you start get more connected. Right? This is, and that's like saying disillusion or whatever. But yeah, you just become more saying, whoa, this is interesting, because the play, it's like, for me, like what's happened to me lately is the play is really being played out, and it even gets, for me, it's like becoming aware of like what just monitoring whatever's going on, because how much impact the little stuff I can have in the external environment. Like,
so in a way that supports that there are many reality at once happening. There are many truths at once happening, and depends on what you tapped into.
Exactly, and
you start perceiving what or another.
Yeah, and
or
when you're
all together.
Exactly, when you're in that vibrational match, when we say that vibrational alignment, it's mathematics, really, because if you start changing your frequency, your vibration, others will meet you in that place. And then it comes to people will be like, and I'm not saying one's better than the other, but others might be operating off a different system. So their realities totally, you could be overriding whatever's going on. And that can be challenging, because sometimes there can be a meeting place where it's like, working to bring it down. But then if you're operating of a level of awareness, you're like, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to.
Exactly.
Like, because we would even want to go there.
Exactly.
And the language helps.
Because we had to take into account that we are having also like the conscious mind, the human senses and mind in this dimension. So the perception in this dimension can be very challenging at times. But now, from the moment that you start allowing other dimensions to interact with this dimension, you can see things like more clearly and say, I'm not gonna get into that anyway, because there is no point on going into that or even interacting with that. But if we are just a focus on the dimension when we are using only our human senses here, the ones from the 3D, we might find things very challenging and also triggering, and yes, and I think I feel that we are living a combination of everything coming together, all the dimensions coming together, and that's why it's so nuts.
and the energetic, see the other underlying fact of reality as well. It's all energy. So these are energetic programs that are just like
also as well interacting there.
So sometimes there can be like, for myself, an old program just being played out, keeps being played out, until I start to become conscious aware of like my own actions, reactions within that program. I mean, it needs to be shifted. Like when you're ready, and when you're consciously aware of, right, this is another program that's running through. But the reality of what's happening, so I feel what's happening with this, even with the light and love, light, and understanding, I suppose, that's been transmitted through the planet, is we're rebooting a lot of old programming.
A lot.
Yeah.
And all that rebooting and experiences also multidimensional, they are allowing us to reveal the what is in the core of what is going on. That's why when we have that sense of alignments and expansion and awakening, because we notice that no matter what is going on, it is always taking you into the direction of revealing something within you. So in our own time, we all find in some way or another that core that we are getting into and in connecting again, which is, I believe, the human core, the human, the wholeness. It's like
the human core, and then working at things at such another, like in many other levels, and then it's collaborating into this field, which is super cool, because it's like it's more like working with the gearbox of the universe, really.
Yes. How is for you, Alana? Let's see what Alana thinks about this or feels. Your microphone is muted, love.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm just soaking everything in and processing everything. So,
it's a lot to process, no? It's a lot of.
I'm still I'm still processing.
Yeah, it's okay, love. It's all good. And also, if you're watching this video, anyone is in another stage of the experience, of the human experience, for some reason you don't understand what we are saying, don't feel bad about it anytime, or any better or any worse, because we are all going into different paces. We are all watching as we are saying things from different angles. We are all having an incredible, unique journey that is taking us to the same point at some point. And what I feel is that we tap into frequencies constantly. We tap into frequencies. If I want to tap into the frequency of the way I do my sessions, I can tap into that frequency. In the moment that Melissa comes to my mind, I tap into the frequency of the love of Melissa. In the moment that Wesley comes to my mind, I tap into the Wesley vibrations. And like this, if it's you, Alana, I feel you, no? And like that, we do tap into different things where we focus our attention. And in the rest of the time, everything is existing. Everything is happening. Everything, we just tap in from a free will in whatever we want to tap. And also, as Wesley say, often we are also, let's say, pushed or moved by that programming that is still rebooting and is still sort of becoming a new one, no? A new version, a new version of ourselves that allow us to be in many more levels at once. So this is something that if you try to comprehend with your mind only, it's gonna make you feel like going bananas. But if
I don't try to comprehend it with my mind at all. I'm fully feeling everything with my body. I can feel myself understanding it on a subconscious level. I can feel myself taking in all this information, and I know I understand it. And I'm just yeah.
You know that what we are saying, it has that base, and it has a lot of sense, because it's vibrating with yourself. Now, if we try to understand it with the mind, there is no.
Yeah.
It's very, very complicated. It's actually, when I have asked in my sessions, can you tell us everything about the way that everything is constructed and built? And they say, we cannot tell you, humans, because you wouldn't at this level of evolution understand holy, as a wholeness, everything. Your mind is not yet prepared to understand the whole thing. Now you can feel it in your heart. Yeah, you can feel that this is happening, that this is flowing, that this is vibrating, and that's why we are more and more aware of where to be and where not to be as well. I'm feeling good here in this group because I'm feeling this vibration. Maybe I don't go to another group because I don't feel in that same freedom vibration, or that I don't know how to say, because again, I could make a huge endless list of feelings that this group transmit me, or that you all transmit me. I'm connecting so many levels all myself. It's incredible, and every week is different. Every week goes to different elements, to different experiences. In so many things we connect, we share, we feel reflected in each other. In so many other things we learn from the fact that we are experiencing and living different angles. This is the wonderful part also. When I'm listening to Wesley, he's my teacher. When I'm listening to Melissa, she's my teacher. When I'm listening to you, Alana, you are my teacher. That's it. And I'm so happy with it. I don't feel that if someone is my teacher, there is superiority whatsoever. The contrary, I feel it like a blessing to be learning from the reflection from every brother, from every sister, who also can see things from different angles, because it helps me to also leave this puzzle that we are living called life. You actually help me a lot to find more sense in every single bit of it, and it's so beautiful to rediscover it, to find out again what is this that sounds and feels so familiar with the way we are and with the way that we've been created, really, because that's why we feel so called into it, and that magnetism, because in reality we are remembering, literally we are remembering our true essence, just having a human experience, which was something very ingenious that someone invented and created. We did in another level. But yeah, I still find life fascinating every day, every second, with everything that we do. Tishawa nai sio antai, sienik tatua mata itiana tao. And it all consists on that, in appreciating the magic that has been created, in the way that life has been created, the magic that life is made of. The more you appreciate the experiment and you being part of it, experience it, but not feeling as a guinea pig being manipulated, because this is not the case. There is a lot of propaganda and a lot of stuff that we are constantly being manipulated and being treated like if we were a guinea pig. I believe that these resources are coming from fear and from not being able to admit fully that this is a magnificent creation. This is a magnificent creation. If you just go to study how the anatomy of the human being works, how the body works, the muscles, the bones, the cells, and everything in such a harmonious way, you find that I've been finding that magic by looking at what's going on with my knee in the internet and finding what muscles are passing through and what it might be affecting there. And the more I was reading about it, the most I was obviously also remembering from what I studied at the university, and it was bringing me that joy that I was having whilst learning anatomy. That is how perfect our body has been designed. And now I send this question out there: who created this body? Because the more I was getting into the anatomy and the muscles, how they pass space, so perfectly creating just a part of the body, the knee, so that the knee can move in the way that it does without hurting or without allowing the human to walk. Just that simple thing to me is a massive art creation from the creator, from the mother creator, from source. So just this thing, and if we look at these things in life, like the way that every microorganism and macroorganism work perfectly with each other. I mean, you have to admit at the end of the day that this is something much bigger. This is something that who created that? My father and my mother? No, they put the sperm, they put the egg, and yes, I came out from there. But what created all of that, really? All of that magnificent is difficult to accept. And many still fear that there is something bigger with a massive, huge intelligence that is us. We fear to accept that. And we don't feel like we deserve to have such an intelligence, just because we feel that we are still sleepy in our process of awakening. But the more we wake up, the more we start noticing and realizing that we are capable to do magic things, that we are capable of being in one part of the planet. I'm feeling what the other person is feeling, and the other way around. And there is telepathy working out also in there. And I'm thinking about my sister, and my sister messaged me in that moment, and I'm sending a message, and I'm sending that message in an accurate divine time, 111 or 333, and all of that is part of something much bigger. That is it really intelligent? And we still fear all that intelligence, and that's why we still have people bringing all this propaganda, saying that this is all being twisted, that we are being manipulated, that there are people sending yin and yang energies. Yes, that's part of the creation, but it is part of the creation. So as a creation itself, let's start respecting the whole creation, and let's start embracing the shadows and the light, so that we can find the balance. Because this is all about finding the balance. This is all about finding the balance with everything that you do, with everything that you treat, with every person, every friend, everything in life, really. and you don't help if you have, like, even having an injury like the one I have in my knee. I wouldn't help my knee if I start saying, damn it, this is really crap, I'm so unlucky, this is shit, this is blah. I'm not helping if I do that. But if I start embracing what is happening to me, it's gonna heal. I'm gonna, because I'm not putting any impediment to receive healing from any one of you or from my body itself. Because as Dolores Cannon found out during her sessions, she found out that the same ability that the body has to heal, it has to create damage in itself. So it's the body itself responding and creating a response to something. So that's what she found out with her sessions, that is we have the power to heal and we have the power to get sick, to make sick our bodies. So it's up to us, taking reality in one way or taking reality in another way. Whether something has been in a human level like a bad result or a good result. If it's a bad result, what we can say is, what can I learn from that? What can I do about that? But if instead of doing that, we get into a pattern of thoughts which are negative, we are going to start creating an upsetting reality in ourselves straight away. But if we say, what is that failing sign is telling me really? Is it truly telling me that I have failed this or I have failed that? Maybe not. Maybe it's telling you something else. Maybe it's important to start seeing at these things like, this is the opinion of that person only, or that is the opinion of that organism in humanity only, or that part of the world only. It's not the totality. So as it is not the totality, I'm not gonna take it personally, like this is what is happening to me exactly. Now, if it's something that is allowing you to expand and feels right and brings you to alignment, yeah, let it happen. Let it happen. Let it flow. But if it's something negative like tests or scores that you have got in any exam or any test, that's not defining who you are. And the opinion of another brother or sister is not defining you, who you truly are. And we often, because of the programming that we've been through, we still have certain things that we need to look at, and that we need to just look at them. It's nothing else and nothing more. It's just telling us, look at that and see why you are feeling that way, or in this way or in another. But it's just a sign. It's just a sign. Yeah, Alana, did you want to say something? No? Okay, love. I thought that you wanted to say something.
No, sorry.
It's okay, love. It's okay. So what about another intention? Or do you have, Melissa, some channeling that you got during the transmission? If you feel like sharing, of course. It's a drawing. 1 second. So pin. Wow. I'm looking forward for Luis to check this. Oh my God, he's gonna feel the connection straight away. Once again, how come that the same sign or symbols are coming through Melissa today, and it has been coming through Luis another days? And I can tell you, I'm not sure if he showed this in the English group or if it was in the Spanish and Portuguese group, but he wrote things very similar to this one, if not the same language, I will say, same language. Takua, taishawa, taina, tawanata. So for me, this is a massive confirmation, once again, about what light languages are and how magic they are, and how we are capable as humans also to connect to them and tap into them. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've not really been drawing that much. I didn't share. I don't think I shared that one last week, but that was like from last week's.
Let me see. Move it a little bit. Oh, yes, now it's focusing. Focusing. Yeah. Oh, wow. 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 It's super complex. Every single symbol. Imagine if you had to go to school and learn that.
Yeah.
That would be mind-blowing.
I know.
I will go only to the first class and I will leave.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's so attractive and so amazing, really. On the other hand, it's amazing, and Luis is channeling these codes as well. And yeah, I'm gonna tell him to watch this video and check it out and see if you maybe can find something together. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something that you need to connect there, or sometimes happen, and that's why you are channeling the same codes. Maybe they are not the same, but honestly, I can recognize that they are from the same I don't know, people, the same colony, or yeah,
Yeah,
or
they've been trying to
civilization.
do a lot more. Like recently, there was a period where they were just like, maybe it's just because I wasn't trying. I don't know, but like it was more in the receiving. But yeah, they have been kind of flowing a lot more.
A lot more lately.
Yeah.
Because you are.
Yes.
And that's what we do. We allow it. We allow things to come more through us as we naturally evolve and expand. And often we are not even aware that we are expanding. That's why we lose our patience, because we often believe that we are not evolving. We because here feels things so dense that sometimes we don't feel that the things evolving within, and it's not real. I mean, it is real if you feel it away from your angle, talking in the proper way as we've been channeling tonight, or the closest way to be appropriate way. But yeah, it's we the more we expand, the more we allow, and the more we start saying, oh my God, this just started happening magically. And we often say that this started just happening magically. And no, if we go deep into all the processes that we are experiencing, it's because you did a great job in expanding yourself and in transcending and doing the reboot, like Wesley say, and it's everything getting into more expansion and more alignment. And that's why I keep saying that we should be every day more and more, let's say, self-aware of how much work we are doing, and be grateful for what we are doing, and be proud. And it's not the same proud from ego, it's the proud from just feeling good because you are doing the things, and the mind might not understand all of them, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't give to yourself that deserved hug, or that deserve love, or that deserve recognition. So we do deserve all of that, because we are going through my God, so much and more that we are not aware.
Yeah, I think it's like self-reflection, because I was doing that like the other day, and I was thinking back, I don't know, maybe like 5-6 years ago, and where I was then to where I am now. And then I don't think we give ourselves enough credit from like how far we've like grown from that person to like to the person that we are now. And then I was like, I sat and journaled on that for a long time, and I was just like, wow, there's actually like so major changes, but you don't even think that you're changing until you think about it, and you're like, there's been a lot. Yeah.
It's like in a short term we have difficulties for recognition, but in a long term we can appreciate more what we've done, and because we can appreciate what the changes, the massive changes that we have done, we come into recognition. But there is no recognition if we are not capable to see in a short term what we are changing and what we are transforming. And that's something that in many channelings it comes through. You should be proud of everything that you are doing. And maybe I have spent the whole day focusing in my knee because my knee looks like this. And I've been worried about my knee like this, and I've been forgetting about how much or many things I'm expanding and evolving at the same time. This is something that happens so easily to us, and they keep repeating, and they say, we don't want to be like repetitive to you, with you. We don't want to be heavy with you, but we need to tell you often, because you have this tendency to don't recognize the goodness that you are doing in every moment, and that has nothing to do with ego, with feeling proud like with the ego alone. It's all good. So feel good without even this putting aside, this is ego, this is no ego. Don't give a shit about it. Just feel free, feel happy, feel the joy, because we deserve to feel the joy about everything that we are doing and about everything that we are facing every second. And we might not feel or notice what was made in this very second, but my God, maybe 2 seconds later I shared the same thing with a brother or a sister, just what happened 4 seconds before, and that brother or sister might be with her eyes like this or crying, just feeling something that triggered them and made them feel happier, or it created an opening in themselves. So we are doing things all the time. That's why they tell us also, try to rest as much as you can. Also, don't get annoyed with yourself if you cannot rest, because you are experiencing many realities, and that's my case as well. And my sleeping patterns change, like from night to day, from day to night. I have to put my sessions in between. I had to put my groups in between. I have to do all the flyers in between. I had to do all the other work in between. And I have to just put it together in the best way I can. That's it. If I did what I did in 2012, I will straight away get into a depression and collapse. Now we have learned how to adapt. We have learned how to be more flexible with every reality, no? And listening more to our brothers and sisters, and about, I don't feel the same, but let's give them a chance so that they can express themselves and see if I can understand more their angle, their perspective. And often they have a lot to say. Even if in the beginning there is not a vibrational interaction or something, but sometimes require some listening, some time. And sometimes you don't even have to vibrate with them. Just listen to them, because they need you're helping them by just listening to them, because everybody needs to feels like talking or saying something, because we've been repressing ourselves for far too long. So maybe something even boring that sometimes I say, okay, just say whatever you have to say. Yeah, I might not spend 24 hours with you, but in this moment I am with you, I'm listening. And I'm giving you that, obviously, that love and opportunity and the space. Yeah, definitely.
Tanaka QHHT isukua nara enenera kiwara tasunno no koye kono tuya